The lights are still flashing from the stream we did last night. I don't really know what setting made them do that, but they're still going. What's going on, YouTube? Today we're going to be talking about the Pan Elsweyr event in the Elder Scrolls Online. One of the biggest money-making events in the Elder Scrolls. We're going to talk about why it's important, the gold that you can make during it, what you should be focused on during this event, and so on and so forth, as well as the other nitty-gritty. When is this going to take place? How do you get your event tickets? Yada yada. Before we jump into that, a 30-second quick reminder that we are doing a video and a stream every single day this week with this cute cat right here who has just woken up. So, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, because we're on a week of content, that would help me get to 10,000 subscribers. I would very much appreciate it, and I appreciate you for being here and watching this intro. Hopefully you stay around for the whole video and the flashing lights aren't too distracting. But we have to start with what I think is the most important thing, and that is, in your character, you need to navigate down to your journal and go to your achievements, because this is one of the most important achievements that you can have during this event. So you're going to want to go down all the way to Dragonhold, and you're going to want to see if you have a specific achievement here. It's called the Dragon Guard Operative Achievement. Now, this is actually a character-bound achievement, which means that if you don't have this on other characters, you don't have it. It's not going to transfer like Leaves of the Wind or these other ones are. It's character achievement. This achievement is secretly very important because it actually unlocks an extra loot pool from dragons. I'm mentioning this at the beginning of the video because for those of you who don't know, the extra drop is Dragon Realm, which is very, very profitable. So if you're going into this Elder Scrolls event and you don't have this achievement, you're going to be missing out on tons and tons of gold. Now, there's easy ways to get this, and you have enough time to get this achievement if you don't have a single completed thing right now. All you have to do is do the storyline and then do the daily quest. There's 2 daily quests that drop from here. One is literally kill a dragon, the other one's go pick up something, yada, yada, yada. It's very, very easy, but you're going to want to make sure you have this achievement because Dragon Realm as well as Dragon Blood are super profitable. They're one of the key components and one of the most valuable consumables in the entirety of the Elder Scrolls. Dragon farming is already profitable. Adding in extra drops and extra loot pools just make it so much more valuable. But we'll come back to this. I'm putting this at the beginning because of how important it is that you have this achievement, because I want you guys to profit off of every dragon you kill and get every loot pool that you can. So let's talk about the basics now. What do you do during this event? Well, it's similar to every other ESO event. You'll go in, it'll be like, hey guys, there's a new event going on. Why don't you pick it up from the Crown Store and go talk to somebody? Then you'll go do that. And then because this is a Northern and Southern Elsweyr zone, you complete 1 daily quest in Northern Elsweyr, you get an event ticket. You do 1 in Southern Elsweyr, you get an event ticket. We're not breaking any new ground here, Copernicus. You guys already know this. But you will be getting boxes by doing different types of events, such as daily quests. Now, is that going to be the area that you should focus on? We'll talk about that when we get to where else you can use to get these types of things. But in these boxes, you're going to get Dragon's Blood, Dragon's Realm, Dragon's Bile, treasure maps, furnishing recipes, tradable styles of the new Claw Dancer armor style, and so on and so forth, as well as things like Shimmering Sand. Do not discredit Shimmering Sand, by the way. It's a trait item that's used to make furnishings in the style of the, the Elsweyr-ness. So don't discredit it. It's actually really nice. It makes some really beautiful furnishings. The other thing that's going to be different, too, is bosses, dragons, and both Elsweyr are going to have extra drops, but also Sunspire, Depths of Malatar, Frostvault, Moongrave Fane, and Lair of Marsalok. That's very important for you guys to know. Starting with Sunspire, False God, it's just an overall very good set. Doesn't require you to really need to focus on keeping or proccing anything overtly difficult, whereas some sets like Beside can be difficult if you're not good at resource management. So overall, False Gods is a great set to farm and have. Zens from Lair of Marsalok, great set to also have. Very good DPS set. Hollow Fang is a set from Moongrave Fane that was notorious for basically being a rumor that the restoration staff just didn't exist. So the restoration staff does exist, and curated drops do now make it easier to get but it is a very good healing set overall that I highly suggest that you guys get into if you're looking to be like a healer for trials. It's a very great set to have, you know, in your back bar repertoire. Also, you're able to celebrate by doing all sorts of little fun activities, like you can go and you can pick up some resources, you could do some quests, you know, they mentioned that. The Impreza will have the Claw Dancer style, as well as the 2023 new items, which would be focused on Dibella, which is very interesting. Hopefully that's not a clue as to like what the new class or seasonal thing will be, as I feel like a little silly goose if I was completely off base with my guesses of Hermaeus Mora. And you'll also be able to buy a personality, which would be pretty interesting, but it will unfortunately just be the first piece to get that personality. Now let's talk about where exactly you need to be farming. The answer, 100% straightforward. Southern Elsweyr, kill dragons. The way shrine to dragon distance is super short, very quick walks. Northern Elsweyr, unfortunately, long walks between dragons, and it's just overall could be a bit of a pain. While Northern Elsweyr does have better sets, like Crafty Elfique is definitely one of the most popular sets in the game for what it does. Southern Elsweyr, the bulk of what you're going to be getting is going to be from your dragon slaying, so you're going to want to be in Southern Elsweyr. Now, I would still suggest doing your events, quests, getting yourself your daily 1 ticket from each zone, but then once you have them, I'd head down to Southern Elsweyr and just start killing dragons. In fact, the daily quest that you could be doing, kill some dragons, head down to Southern Elsweyr, kill that dragon, boom, that'll be your quest, and it'll be your start to your dragon slaying for the evening. It's very straightforward. You're going to want to slay dragons. You're also going to want to make sure you stock up on your Columbine, because Columbine is what pairs with Dragon's Realm and Dragon's Blood to make these god tier potions that everyone is going to be selling on the market. So keep an eye out for that, because Columbine is going to be skyrocketing in value as this event goes up. So if you're interested in selling it, you probably will have a great market to be able to slow sell these potions in, and or these Columbines. If you're interested in selling the potions, what I would suggest to you is do not sell them in a guild trader, because unfortunately the guild traders are not really search engine optimized, in that a lot of times when you make a potion, it picks a very specific trait, and you can't really search based on what all of the traits are in the potions. It's not very well optimized for sellers. What's much easier, just go to zones, use your keyboard if you have one, type in chat, selling link potion, your rate, how many, yada yada, move on, profit, boom, easy peasy. You can also sell the raw materials of the Dragon's Blood, Dragon's Realm, Dragon's Bile, as well as the other things that you get. Certainly an option for you too, because you're going to be in a lot of things that you're going to want to be able to sell. The nice thing is a lot of it's going to go in your craft bag, and these are things that will always be valuable. As long as people are doing end game content, PvP, PvE, these potions will have a market. So don't feel like you need to sell it now, because if you have the craft bag, it's not even going to take up crafting space slots. It's not even going to fill up your backpack. It's not even going to really set you back anything, but it's imperative that you stock up on this, and it's imperative that you have that achievement that I showcased at the beginning, and make sure you're doing it on your character that has that achievement, as unfortunately that will be the only one that is able to participate and get that Dragon's Realm, which is the most valuable of the resources that drop from the dragons, which do drop again from either Northern or Southern Elsweyr, but I would still suggest Southern Elsweyr. Plus, for those of you who don't know, the little chest that I wear is a dragon, you know, motif that drops from Southern Elsweyr. So if you want to steal 1/8 of my look, all you have to do is come down here and farm, and you might run into this this bad Mama Jamma outfit here. And I had to pay for it. It was like 200k gold. It has gone down in value, but it is a very good motif. If you do get the motifs from down here, it's definitely the chest, the legs, and the helmets that have the highest sell value, as well as some of the weapons from the other styles. But just something to keep in mind as we kind of farm this event. But if you guys have questions, comments, ideas for future videos, please let me know what you guys think in the comments below. This has been a summary of the Pan Elsweyr event. One of the most interesting events in ESO, but very straightforward when it comes to farming. You just kill dragons. The dragons are in your homeland. Kill them. Bada bing, bada boom, wham bam, thank you ma'am. Easy peasy. As a reminder to leave a comments below, because we will be doing 2 giveaway drawings for this month here. So every comment is entered into a giveaway, and if you're a subscriber, you're entered into the second giveaway. You can see the winners from last month, and you could be a winner for this next upcoming month. Just leave a comment, and your comments are always helpful because they help me gauge what videos and tweaks and changes I should make. So helps the both of us. I use it as a tax write-off, which I hopefully am allowed to do. And we keep plugging along. I'll see you guys later when we are streaming, and I'll see you then. Bye, guys.
You better remember to like and subscribe to Jake Clips. Or you should. I might have to pluck your eyes if you don't. Or, better yet, I'll skip rope with your entrails. Do it now. Subscribe. Ta-ta. Off with you.